Here's lesson number 2 for drawing in 2-point perspective. I like to try and keep things kind of in the middle because as you get way over to the side, things start to get a little bit weird. I'll show you what I mean by that. Because I mean, this is not what things really look like. This is just an artistic device trying to kind of mimic what real life looks like. So here I'm way over to the left-hand side. So again, the right hand vanishing point, like that. And then this side, you see, is going to get real tilted. I guess it doesn't look too bad. Now that crossing over. But things are going to look different just depending on where they are on the page. I'm getting a little confident here. Don't really have to draw those lines all the way to the vanishing point because I'm getting the rough idea. But for some of you, you're going to want to use a ruler and be super precise, which is great too. Just drawing these simple shapes over and over again gives you a sense of how to do this style. Now I'm going to do something here that I haven't done before, is I'm going to try and overlap a shape. You can see it kind of happening here. What I'm going to do is extend this shape over here. Hopefully you can see what's happened there. I'll erase a little bit. Now I think this starts to get really interesting because now you can imagine there's a space between these two buildings, or these two forms, that you could be walking down here and take a right and go in here. Likewise, sometimes you're not going to see the bottom, so now you can't see that back corner of this building because it's hidden by this one. I'll do another thing here. And here I'm just going to imagine where that bottom corner would be. See, in the style of drawing, you always end up with a lot of extra lines. So try and draw fairly light. And if you're like me, I mean, you're going to get a little bit of pencil on you. So far, everything is underneath the horizon, which means we're looking down at everything. That's why we can see the tops of all these things. I'm going to do a gigantic one here. Look at that, it's so big. We're looking up at it, we can't see the top of it. It's just like you're standing on the street and you look up at a building, you can't see the top of it. But, you know, if you were in this building looking down, you would be able to see the tops of all these different buildings. So I think it's certainly another level of mastery if you're able to draw buildings that overlap. Do another one here. This time I'm going to draw the top first. So I'm going to draw lines from the left vanishing point, lines from the right vanishing point, and drop a few lines, straight lines down. Maybe another one here. This is kind of interesting, I think. If I use the same line here, these two buildings are the same height. This one is just looks smaller because it's a little bit further away. I can make it taller if I wanted to. Just extend it all a little bit. But maybe I'll extend this building too. Get a little sneaky here. Again, just showing that there's a bit of space between these buildings here. That's it for video number 2. If you've been able to follow along, you'll be ready for video number 3. Thank you.